Hello all. So welcome back to our Just Cricket. So this is the episode where we're going to discuss about what went wrong with India's performance in the BGT. So in the last episode, we were discussing about the first fifth test review, and let's all look into each other's views and let's start the show. Yeah, let's start with Prabhu.
Yeah, thanks, Yogesh. Welcome back, everyone. So, like I have few points noted. So, if you see like what went wrong, what I will say, like first thing is team selection itself. Like for the entire series, like they didn't go on right team, and there was not proper balance with the team. And after the field team selection, I will say the field placement was pathetic in many matches. So that's one major thing I found issue. And then also the changing the bowling tactics, right? Like they didn't use the bowlers properly. They were very much dependent on Bumrah and then Siraj, but they didn't use the fourth and fifth bowler wisely in most of the games. Coming back to tactics, I'll say one more thing. Say if they didn't get any wickets, they didn't try to maintain pressure, and then they didn't make the dot balls, and then like so if we play through the dot balls, obviously there will be pressure, and then you can get wickets in that way as well. So they didn't try that as well. So once bowler didn't get wickets, they went for defensive field. Again, it goes to fielding, and then they didn't properly manage the bowlers fatigue. So that was one reason you can see in fourth match itself, Bumrah was over bowled, and then maybe that is one reason he got injury in the fifth one. So that was the fifth one. I will say like rotating the bowlers and managing the fatigue was big problem. Yeah, so that's my thought on the entire series. Is like we went from team selection to all these things. The major cause for this series was. Maybe you can start. Yeah.
Yeah, team selection. Let's be pretty honest.
Yeah.
We had out of form players. So to accommodate them, we had to
Mm.
sacrifice two positions: one of a proper batter and one of either of a proper bowler or a proper bowling all rounder. So if you see Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar, they are more like batting all rounders. They were brought in just to as a backup for that out of form players. So
Mhm.
we are having to we are for accommodating those two to three players, we have to compromise on three spots. So apart from Bumrah and Siraj, no, we could have had Nitish, Harshit Rana there if we didn't cover and keep on adding backups for our batting. We could have had three to four bowlers, and if you have proper bowlers, that Sydney fourth innings thing would have went a different way. I'm not saying we would have won, but we would have had one more bowler in the arsenal, even after Bumrah gets injured. Now what happened was they kept on spamming both Prasid and Siraj and Dev after bowling well in the first few overs, and again they started to give loose balls, and that's all the momentum went. So as you said, proper team selection. Team selection is, I don't know what happened, but it was more like every tour it is the same. That's how Ashwin was even dropped. To accommodate more batting all rounder to keep the batting order deep. So that's that has been happening
Uh,
and it is
I will.
continuing. That's all I would say.
Yeah. Go with. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
Vivek. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. I will tend to disagree to this because I don't believe in the hindsights, what would have been, what ifs and buts. So once you filled an 11, I think the series result 3-1 is a fair scoreline, but it doesn't show how closely fought was the series. I think Australia won the key moments. I think India always came back. I think it all boils down to how you grab that key moment. So every time Australia went ahead, India picked up wickets while bowling and pegged them back. Whether in the fourth test, if you go to the fourth test, India reduced them to 300 for six, but Pat Cummins built up a partnership. So there, I think India lost the momentum. So every time India came back, and again in the second innings also of the MCG test, Labuschagne was dropped by uh, Jaiswal, so that proved cost. So and so those small moments take a cue. And regarding the team selection, I think India won the Gaba test last time with a similar type of combination. The only difference was there was Sardul Thakur, Washington Sundar, who could contribute more with the bat and was fearless. India came with fear, and the most important thing, there was no self belief in the team. If you understand, it was a in the leaked message. What came out, that someone was pointing that it's up to that individual. If he gets better, then the team had the potential to do something special. So the team was lacking the self belief, and team was not playing as a team. So they were, so those were the major concerns. And because India also won all the 4 of the 5 tosses, so they know that India didn't do well. So I would make it to the key moments. And in the last 2 tests, Scott Boland presents, because he single-handedly took the game away from India. He was the fresh bowler, and Australia used properly, because Cummins, Stark, who has bowled most of the overs in the first 3 tests, I think, and they used Boland perfectly. And India kept on bowling Bumrah, Bumrah, Bumrah. Every time when they need wicket, go to Bumrah. They didn't give confidence to other bowlers, and underutilized to Nitish Reddy and Washington. So that was the
Yeah, I want to
factor.
speak about the key moments. Uh, the key moment I feel is uh, every time when a session about to end, India will panic. Either be it a batting or a bowling, we will panic and we will lose a wicket or we will give extra free runs. From there, the momentum will shift to Australia side, and they are good at taking the momentum away from us. They all they need is just one opening. If they get that, they will completely outplay.
Yes,
So that's what happened
yes, yes.
since the first test
MCG.
in from the first innings.
Also MCG last
No,
session. MCG last session.
yeah,
Most important.
MCG last session was is a peak of giving away the momentum.
Complete
The
panic
run out
batting.
followed, yeah,
Yeah,
the run out
we
followed
had
by
them.
a Virat wicket.
We had 89. I mean, for 90 odd, we had seven. I mean, should have had 7 wickets at the time. So we completely missed that moment. And
And
actually, that changed the course of the whole series. Complexion. We could have won from there. We could have the overall series outcome would have changed with that moment. I mean,
the
Yes,
worst
you
because
were
part is
MCG had correct.
you were all
no, the
pointing
worst
out
part
that
is
catch drop,
yeah,
but
yeah,
also I need to point out that run out, that pathetic run out, which Kohli and mix that Kohli and
Yes, that's a point to key moment. That was also a key moment.
anyone.
But
yeah.
one more thing,
I mean, what was
one more
going
thing,
on in that?
1-1. MCG had it been 1-1. MCG had it in 1-1. And
Hmm,
that's why Australia prepared a spicy track, because they
right.
Yes.
almost thought that that will be 1-1. Because if I heard in commentary,
They
Irfan Pathan
understood
talked to
we are
Usman
panicking.
Khwaja. Uh, Irfan Pathan talked to Usman Khwaja. They said that they would have shut the shop after 30 minutes. So Rishabh Pant in that MCG last session, if you would have not played Dorset, they were going to stop believing after 30 minutes. They were going to shake hands much before. So if 1-1, it had been 1-1, everything Australia would have done. Australia would have to do all the play, and they would have, in desperation to win the trophy, they would have
Yeah.
done more mistakes in Sydney. So that's
And
how
talking about
series
Rishabh Pant,
changes.
I think people went overboard and started bashing him for like throwing away his wicket but that's what his natural instincts are. I mean, he's playing his natural game. Let him play. Yeah,
No,
yeah. I'll I'll
uh,
I'll, I'll complete.
Rishabh
I'll
Pant.
complete.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
you'll
complete.
complete.
He's playing his natural game irrespective of what the situation demands. Yeah, I agree that he has to tend to bat in a different manner when some kind of a pressure is building up on the team. But he is actually completely into his natural instincts and he's attacking the bowlers, whom rest all the batsmen are fearing on. So that's where Rishabh Pant stands, odd out of it. If you see in
No,
the Sydney Test, so all the batsmen feared Boland, but he was taking on Boland like anything. He was sending Boland to boundaries, and that kind of confidence no other batsman displayed. So yeah,
no.
you were
Yeah,
saying.
I
Yeah.
think these all
One
the
minute,
bowlers,
one minute. Regarding Rishabh Pant, yeah, he needs to play his game. That's no doubt about it. But the shot selection needs to be precise. You can't
Right.
blindly slog a spinner who comes just to fill in a over. Travis said was brought in just to fill in a over. They know Rishabh Pant will go for it. He can
Hmm.
even the Sydney second innings, he played well because he picked the shots correctly. He didn't blind slug. He did twice and they dropped him.
No,
He
I
needs to
think
play his natural game, but he needs to pick the shots correctly. That's where he lost in the MCG test. And for Boland, where Rishabh Pant got that means in the first innings, Bumrah attacked him. That's where he got that. If not Bumrah attacked him, Rishabh Pant again would have played his waiting game and would have attacked later. And
okay.
I have heard this Hedo saying, uh, if you attack Hazelwood or any other bowler, they'll come up with another plan. But if you attack Boland, you have no choice. It's done. That's what Rishabh Pant did. Once he started to attack Boland, they took him off in the spell and they brought in a different bowler and they completely outplayed him. So Rishabh Pant need to play his game, but he needs to find the shots correctly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Vivek, you're saying?
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair reflection. So let's come to the next topic. I think, what do you think, guys, was the turning point in the series after India being 1-0 in Perth?
Yeah, as said, I mean, 1-1, at that point, it was fine and good. It was pretty much balanced. And we had some fortunes in that, which test? That Brisbane test, where we had that rain saving us. But still, that series was pretty much evenly poised. And in MCG, I was saying, like, I mean, that particular run out actually changed the complexion. We were actually holding up pretty much good. Jaiswal and Kohli were actually doing well. They could have even taken the score much better, and the whole complexion of the match could have changed. But that stupid run out, I mean, I mean, I may be harsh, but that's the fact. I mean, that is a stupid run out to be in fact.
And the stun out itself is not a problem. Post that, Virat Kohli giving away his wicket was pathetic because player with the 15 years of experience panicking and giving away his wicket at the end of the day is really, really surprising. Because if it was Nitish Reddy or any other bowler, we can say they are new to this and they panic. But a guy with the 15-year experience panicking and giving away a whole game, he knows if his wicket will be the turning point. Still, he went for that shot and got out this. I don't know what to say. That's the
not just once.
That's the part of.
Not just once. It's 8 times.
Anyone else?
Yeah, that's the whole series sums up how Virat played.
Yeah,
Vivek,
I would say, as you said, after Perth being 1-0. So after that, what changed is basically, I would say, KL Rahul suddenly went into his shell. I may be too harsh, but the way he approached in the first game, after that, he kind of went into his shell, and you could see his low scores after that. So that was one of the reasons why we struggled afterwards, and I would say, and we know the actual 2-3 people who didn't perform in the top order. We don't have to name them, so that puts added pressure to other people. And bowling is another one reason we don't. Every time we cannot keep on bowling Bumrah. And as Prabhu Bro said, rotation of bowlers, that was really bad, to be honest. In both in MCG and SCG, you are having Washington and he's bowling 1 over per innings. That's very shambolic to say. Then that means you are overloading Bumrah and Siraj, basically.
We have overloaded.
That's going to happen in the end. You can't be over bowling your best bowlers, or if you're at least bowling over bowling him, you should have played him only for 3 tests. See, Boland played only 3 tests and they over bowled him yesterday and they got their rewards. He's not going to play any matches anymore. But that's not the case with Bumrah. And
if someone pointed out that, I mean, I think Vivek, right? I mean,
regarding Bumrah, I think regarding Bumrah, I have an interesting stat. In this series, we played more than 20 plus days in this series. In every day, Bumrah either bowled or batted. That sums up how bad our plan was. Because every time Bumrah has to bail us out, be it batting or bowling.
Despite he has gone for scan, despite he has gone for scan and still he batted and bowled.
Yeah. I just want to add to Vivek's point. So basically, after Perth, what went wrong is like I think Rohit coming into team spoiled the team balance. So that's one point I want to add.
That's pretty much straightforward fact. I think many people are not ready to accept that, but it's a fact. Yeah.
I'll accept that, but that alone can't be a reason because I don't think Virat would have scored another century if Rohit was not there.
No,
I don't think so.
Because of Rohit, right? So they are like clueless, like
They
what
had
to
to
do, like
shuffle.
whether
I mean,
to
what
play in
Prabhu is
opening or
saying
play
is
in
that we
middle
had to
order
shuffle the team batting
team.
order lineup just to accommodate Rohit. And despite he's not performing well, and we had to, disturb Rahul again. So it was breaking the momentum. That's the
Yeah,
one more point.
regarding Rahul, I have to say, Vivek said is he gone back to shell. That's what happened if you switch and shop his position now and then. Once he's an opener and again he goes to number 6 and to number 3 to accommodate him at number 3, you have to drop a gill. It's a kind of a circus happened with the playing 11. If you do
And
that, obviously it will happen. You can't blame KL for that. If you
Yeah,
give him a long rope in one position, he would have scored another 100 also.
And talking about the bowling, yeah, just one point, Vivek. Talking about the bowling, I think you guys gave a good point, like how Stark and the likes of Stark, Cummins performed very well in the initial first half of the series, and later Boland taking up the charge and doing the complete rampage on us. So it was kind of the role that they keep on sharing their roles. It's not getting overburdened on a particular player in the Aussie. So, but in our case, I mean, Bumrah got overloaded, and
He
this where,
believe in Jesse Boy. That's
yeah,
what the whole
yeah,
series happened.
this is where the point comes. What Harshit was really doing in our team. So Harshit was
Arshid,
great.
Washi, why was Washi brought out? So no answer. Like they didn't use
Yeah,
for bowling.
Harshit was played in the
No,
first test.
Vivek answered. Washi was brought in just to cover up the non-performing player.
Yeah,
He was
yeah, that's
brought
a
in to
fact.
play a batting role.
Right.
See, to have both,
Okay.
Rohit, Virat, and everyone, and they know Washington is a good player, good batter, and they also know Nitish Reddy is a good batter. To accommodate both of them, they dropped Gill. End of story.
Hmm.
And that is a wicket Gill
And
could have actually scored.
No,
and
so, so
And
this
one
is
of
the
and the
and I have
other major difference why India didn't do well, Australia did well. Smith and Head, they performed when it mattered, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
nobody from
See,
India.
Smith, they were actually writing him off after the initial, uh, poor performances in the first of the series, and later he just came back like a champion.
yeah.
So
Like
that's
when
that's
it is required, it did it like back to back
mm.
century. Yeah.
And and
And of
they
course
knew
Marnus,
where they were
of course
faulting,
Marnus.
and even after Brisbane they knew where they were faulting, so they replaced McSweeney with Constas to make Bumrah do something else. So they probably disturbed the line and length of Bumrah, and that probably changed the series momentum
I don't
in
think
my.
so. Bumrah came back stronger.
But Bumrah was tired. Like when you see in fourth game itself, right? He was
Yeah.
like totally tired, and he was started bowling in 125, 130. He was getting wickets. I think today I was hearing Ravi Shastri's thing. So Ravi was telling like Bumrah told him like he's not bowling at his full speed. But still, the pitch and the thing is assisting him, so he was able to get wickets. So that's means like they have already
He's basically
squeezed him a
maintaining
lot.
his good line and length. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah,
matter. I
but
mean,
they squeezed him a
Yeah.
lot. So like they like I think one spell he bowled like 11 overs something in fourth test actually. So that is too much for Bumrah workload.
He bowled a 9 spell within 2 sessions. That's too much
Mhm.
to do for a one guy. Yeah,
However,
Vivek.
how much ever you bowl a bowler, see, they are going to score. They are the home team. They are bound to
that is
score hundreds.
that.
So okay, it's fine. But you should have some plan, some
Yes,
proper
yes.
field setup. If you see Pat Cummins, the
No
way he
short
set
balls.
up the field, some strange
Correct.
leg gully positions and everything. He was trying so much short ball barrages,
Hmm.
keep a short leg. What and all they did, there was no plan. They were scoring
Yeah,
400s and back to
and
back
that's where the
475,
captaincy
400.
factors comes into place, and that's where we have to question what kind of defensive approach that Rohit has adopted.
No, it's not only
Two
Rohit.
big
Even
shots,
today in
the field will
Virat
be
also
spread
So
out.
same
this
thing.
Mm.
And that didn't happen in
so
Australia.
this
It
asks the
happened in New
question: what are
Zealand
they
series
supposed to
also.
stop doing? Bowling coach,
Yes.
batting
That
coach.
happened in New Zealand series
So this
also.
asks the question: what is the batting coach and bowling coach doing? Morne Morkel, you have Abhishek Nair. What they are doing?
See,
Who will
in the
point out
international match,
the
a batting
technical
coach
flaws
or
in Virat
bowling
Kohli?
coach can assist you. So, see, a bowling coach or a batting coach can assist you, but end of the day, you have to make your application. You have to work on the pitch. You have to know what to do, what not to do. even if bowling coach comes into the boundary line and say you have to bowl like this, end of the day you have to bowl.
Yes,
Siraj,
correct.
people are praising Siraj for bowling lots of over for the past 24 months. But what's the point of bowling again and again if you're not able to get the wicket? At least you have to rest him for 2 games
Try
so that he
something
can
else.
come back
Yeah.
fresh and try something else. If you overbowl someone,
Yeah,
means this is what happens.
and he keeps
And
coming around the
honestly,
wicket. He
we,
doesn't go
we
over the
can't
wicket like
even
that.
question
He
this
doesn't change the angles.
batting coach. We can't even question this
Yeah.
batting coach if Virat keeps driving like that.
Yeah,
That's
so
pure ego, man.
that's what I
It's very
wanted to
harsh
add.
on a
Like
batting
when
coach, honestly. That's pure ego. We can't classify it as anything else.
so batting coach or bowling coach, they can't talk to stars in any team. That's
Right.
the thing in India. Like other youngsters, they can go and guide, but whether these guys are ready to listen and then take the notes, definitely not. They should spend time, right? So we can see that Virat dismissal itself, one big thing, like Abhishek Nair should have sat with him, but whether he is able to accept that and work with him, no. So that is a problem with
He's
India.
not
See,
letting it go. I mean, he's still chasing the balls that he is not supposed to, and he's
yeah,
just
Yeah,
That's
all their
the
decisions are
ego.
sold. All
It's
and
decisions. Yeah.
ego hurting
and
him.
if you see the Australians, their body language after taking Virat's wicket, yeah, it's just a casual wicket, and what's there to celebrate? That's
yeah,
what the
he's
kind
not
of
anymore
Uh,
threat, right? He's not
yeah.
anymore
Yeah,
threat.
he is not correct. They're celebrating double the fun for Bumrah wickets. That shows how valuable those 2 wickets are.
Right.
It's looked like a laughing to some of us, but if you see, that's what happened. Bumrah become a tough batter to take a wicket. Virat become an easy target. Guys, here comes our batter, just bowl offside. He will nick and we can get the wickets.
Holland was giving an open public statement how to
Yeah,
get the wicket of Virat, and he gets out the same way the next day.
Yeah.
the
And
Virat of old self would
Okay.
have had a aggressive mindset. No, I should not give him a
He,
wicket.
he was
But it's
he,
not the
he
Virat
got a,
anymore.
he got a respite. He got a respite in the first innings. That decision went a bit controversial, but still. I mean, he didn't realize that. I mean, we got a chance that we can rectify it. He still went for that same shot. He got into he nicked it
Okay.
and he went out.
yeah, so no, just before ending, I just want to
Okay.
touch on one more topic. So basically, like if you see all the stats now, they are saying it's like after Gambhir has come, India is not performing well, those kind of things. Do you believe like it's just because of coach all this result?
I don't
No,
think
see,
so because he
one of the
brought in
point.
Nitish
This
Reddy.
was coming. This was
He,
coming.
This was
yeah,
coming
you
for
can
a
continue,
long
Vivek.
time.
See, the only
Dravid
question
had a
needs to
big
be asked is
escape. I
what's
would
the
say
point of
Dravid escaped a
having
big
the
time.
One second, Vivek, let's Vivek can
This
get
was a
started.
long
Yeah.
time
So
coming. Dravid escaped
my
big time. That's all I would say.
No. Sorry, one second. Vivek, yes, will speak, and then Vivek,
Yeah,
you can
Yeah,
share your
Dravid
points.
escaped big time. And since Gambhir came, you can see they have won series whichever Rohit or Virat were not part of. T20 series, and whatever it is. They have won
Yes,
whichever
yes.
Rohit and Virat were not part of. I'm not saying that it's because of them we are losing. That's not what I'm
mm,
trying to mean. But maybe when they are not there, Gambhir has
he's
his
able to
creative
take
control over
decisions.
the team.
He's able to
He's
take
having
good decisions. Yeah.
so he's having a creative control on who to choose, who not to play. That control is with him. So when Rohit and Virat are there, you are forced to play them and build a team around them. And when they
And
both
one
fail,
more
you are
point, we
done.
need to put what is the need for having the domestic, and we have a good player. We who displayed some good
Um, yeah, that's what
performances.
I want to speak. In
We
the
had
today's
Abhinav.
no,
not in
I will,
today's
I
press
will
coming.
conference.
one point.
One
This
second,
was
one second,
always
Just one
coming.
one
See,
point.
second.
this is was
Yeah,
the
let's Rago go in. Let's Rago go in. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in today's press conference, Gambhir said, whoever be, they have to play the domestic to get back to the form. But what's the point of playing
Yeah,
domestic? Because
basically you're contradicting.
Safras,
Yeah,
yeah,
basically you're
Safras and
contradicting.
Ishwaran was domestic stalwarts. But did they get any one game?
no.
Even in our second match preview, I would have said for Safras type of a game, Australia condition is tailor-made for him. He would have scored lots of
Yeah,
runs there,
and I
but
don't see
he
a
didn't
point
get any
why
chance.
Padikkal was paid ahead of him. I mean, Padikkal was given chance, but he was not given any. I don't see a point.
I will give a simple explanation. Again,
see.
there are two batters position which we are forced to play. Those two are the positions we are speaking about right now. We cannot play them. If you see Gambhir, he has backed Nitish Reddy based on red ball game. India A warm up versus Australia A. And if you see Washington Sundar in between New Zealand series, he was brought to the team not just blindly. He took 5 for, scored 80, 90 runs for Tamil Nadu. Based on
It's
red ball game, they are being selected. So I think things are changing a bit. And with especially Gambhir in post-match press conference, he is saying that even seniors need to play red ball, you know, and when you're not when you are available, just play the red ball. So that brings a change because if you see Virat, he hasn't played red ball. Even Tendulkar played a domestic Ranji game
Yeah,
after
2013.
at the end of his career.
Virat's Ranji game.
Yeah, 2013 last played
Virat played
Premier League
even
last
before
played, and he
Tendulkar.
played 2012. Yeah,
Yeah,
That is
Even
wrong.
after
That
I'll
is
Virat,
just
totally
add.
wrong.
when he's played, yeah.
Just I'll add to Vivek point. I think very well pointed out, Vivek. See, that's the issue. Not just in this series. It's been like since like 6 7 years. Same thing we are doing. Like to
Long time.
fill us some other batting issue, we are just trying to fill with the fillers like all
Balloon
rounders,
has to burst
and then
only.
we are missing the bowler slot and other things. So see, if any team would have played Ashwin all the matches, irrespective of pitch
Hmm.
condition.
Hmm.
But we did,
Hmm.
we were not playing him in what was he saying, like asses for courses, and then because we need to fill some other position, batting position. So he was dropped, and then we played some other all rounder. Say Australia never dropped Lyon or someone their front line bowler. So Ashwin should be playing. So this is not happening just in last 2 3 series. It's been happening from Ravi Shastri coaching time, and then it carried away to Dravid. Now it
Rahul
is
Dravid.
bombarding actually. With many issues are bombarding because all the bowlers like Jadeja,
It's
Ashwin, they are ending to
coincidence.
their career, and then the star batsmen like Virat, Rohit, they are almost into their career end. So lot of
Okay.
non-performers in the star status. That's the big concern more than coaching. But thing is like it's like in social media, because of the social media, they are trying to project Gambhir
Okay.
as a villain, but it's
Last
not that.
topic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Series
Vivek.
result
Yeah,
3-1. Is it a
Vivek. I think you're done. Yeah. Yes,
Can
yeah,
Vivek.
you tell
correct.
again?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Come
We
again,
just lost you a while. We just lost you a while. Could you just rephrase your
Yeah.
question again?
Vivek.
Yeah, the last question. Let's discuss on the last question. The series
Yeah,
result
go ahead.
3-1. Is it a fair result?
Yeah, definitely fair.
I, yeah, I
They were
saw it
always
coming.
ahead of fair.
It's
Yeah,
a
It
to
fair.
should
be
have been 4-1.
for
It
me,
should have
it's
been
not fair.
4-1.
It's not fair.
I,
Okay. For me, it's
See,
not fair.
with this squad and everything, it's I saw it coming, because if you have gone with some fresh pace, we would have won. As you said, last time we won Gaba because we had a fresh faces, and Australia have no clue how they will perform.
Right, right,
So
right.
it was tricky for them. Shadul came top with this bowling, and Washi played a knock, and everything happened. Even Natu get 2 wickets. Everything happened because everything is a fresh face. So that's what we need to do going forward. I feel in the next World Test Championship cycle, once the senior guys step away, we will have good results progressively. We won't get the results straight away. As the World Test Championship goes, we will be one of the strong team. Hope for the best.
So for me, actually, this is not actually the expected result. Seeing the game, I'm telling. So if there was no rain, I think Gaba we would have lost. MCG should have been draw. This match we should have been won. So for me, it was like 2-2
Two
should have
two.
been the
Yeah.
ideal result. But we screwed up with
draw.
our batting and then bowling.
But you know what? Sometimes you feel like these losses are good, so that they can retrospect and they can make some harsh decisions.
True.
And we already did one. So Rohit did opted himself out.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
see
we
that.
should thank Latham and Cummins for this result, so that at least some good changes will happen
It's
in
a
the
reality
future.
check.
But this is a
It's a
rude
reality check.
awakening.
Yeah,
We need this rude awakening.
yeah.
Hmm.
But more than Pat Cummins, what Lantham and Co did was a big wake up call.
Yeah, especially we were
It's
thinking
hope.
that we are on top on home and we are unbeatable. So we were like on.
No, this result actually could have happened before. It's like whitewash. No, I'm not talking about whitewash. At least we could have lost couple more matches in home itself. But unfortunately, or not fortunately, I think fortunately, Ashwin and Jadeja and
Akshar.
Akshar saved
Akshar.
many
Ashwin,
home test
Jadeja,
matches.
Akshar,
No,
these
Yeah,
guys.
even in one England match, Jurel stepped up there. Jurel
correct.
scored a
Yeah, that's what
90 and
Surface.
very saver.
he saved the game, not stepped up.
Hmm.
He saved the game.
What should have been a 100 lead, he brought it to 30 lead. From then on, we won that match.
Hmm.
Even youngsters stepped up that time. Youngsters, even Rohit
Same
scored that
same
time.
Nitish did in this series. You can give points like youngster stepping up. By seeing that itself, seniors should step up their game.
For
Jaiswal
me,
playing a
one
watchful game.
for me, one big disappointment in this series would be, Harshit Rana. I mean, he was brought in. He was a wild card entry. I mean, he was a wild pick. He did well in the first test. I think he could have done something where Boland did for Aussie in the final test or in the Melbourne test, but we didn't play him. We had the confidence, but we didn't believe him. So
As Prabhu said, we screwed up a
somewhere
lot
we
in
let him wrong.
playing 11.
Yeah.
So
Selection.
it was a good
Not
discussion. Yeah, it's actually, I think we spoke about everything. Hope we will have a good test. Our next test on July against England. In England,
England.
it's going to be another test. Let's see what all happens in this 6 month of period, and let's see. Now we have a home ODI series and T20 series against England, and it's another preparation for the Champion Trophy, which is going to happen in the next month. We will catch up on that. Thanks for joining, and with this episode, we'll completing the Gavaskar Trophy preview, review, and what all we did. Thanks, guys, for watching, and do watch us. We'll come up with lots of other contents, and we are coming up with one quiz show in soon. Yogesh will host with a couple of people. If you guys are interested, just comment down. We'll try to contact you and add you in this. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.